How's it going, guys? So I'm actually going to show you how you can make holes in a wall just using Probuilder. So the first thing we want to do is we actually want to pull up Probuilder. So I'm going to open up Probuilder window. I'm going to create a new shape, and we want to create a pipe. So I'm going to hit build, and from there we're going to rotate this down. I can go ahead and close this window out because I don't really need it. We're going to set this to 90. And I actually want it to be between these two walls. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to move it around like so. And we actually need to select this edge loop. Now you can always just come in here and select edge loop, or you can hold down Control and double click, providing you don't click on your transform, and that will actually select the edge loop as well. So I'm going to hold down V and select this. I'm going to put that right about there. So I'm going to come in here and select all of these. Well, let me go in here and I need to change that. So now I can come in here and select that. So by shift selecting that twice, it'll actually subtract them, and now I have just these front faces. Once again, I'm going to hold down V. I'm going to select my green handle. I'm going to move it right there. So now this is the same width as this wall. So from there, I'm going to click on here. Let me go ahead and change this back to add. From here, I'm going to hold down Control and double click. I'm going to press R on the keyboard. I'm going to hold down Shift. I'm going to make this taller. So by doing this, I've actually extruded this up. From there is what I will do is I'll select just these vertices up here, nothing else over here. We just want these. We're going to make these flat, flatter, flatter, there. Okay. So then the next thing we want to do is do the same thing down here. So I'm going to make these flat as well. And the Control double click, I did not know about that. It was actually one of my friends who gave me that idea. If I were to try and pronounce his name, I would butcher it, so I'm just going to call him Mr. Pringles. So from there, we're going to select these. Let me just hold down Control. Oh, you bastard. Okay, so let me go ahead and change this to subtract again, and then we'll shift select. So now we just have these faces. I'm going to hold down V, grab the blue handle on the transform, and snap it up there. I will then do the same thing down here. Hold down V, blue handle, and snap it right there. So from here, we can actually select these two faces, hold down Shift, and drag this out. We'll make this flat, just like we did with the top and the bottom. And then we'll press W on the keyboard, hold down V, and snap that down there to this corner. And then we'll select these faces, press R, and we'll make this flat. Let me go ahead and move this out just a little bit. Hold down Shift, and pull this back. Last time, I'm going to hold down V, select the red handle, and snap it down there. So that is how you create a hole in a wall with a pipe for a player or an object to go through it. To create something like this, alternatively, is what you can do is you can select your face, hold down Control, and double click like that, and then you can just start extruding this out and doing whatever you need to do. So that's how you would create that. The next thing I want to show you is how do you create a destructible wall. Once again, that is actually very easy. So I'm going to come over here to my level setup, and I'm actually going to create a destructible wall right over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on New Shape because all I need is a cube. I don't need anything too fancy or anything like that. I'm going to make this cube kind of flat like so. Let me move it back over here. Now what I want to do is I want to hold down V, and I actually want to... No, I don't want to snap that one. Oh, come on. There we go. So I'm going to snap it to the ground level. Let me press F on the keyboard to zoom in on it. So now we have a cube that is on the ground level. I'm going to make these kind of tight to each other. I don't want them actually touching. I just want them kind of close. So about like that is what I want to do now is I actually want to hold down Control D so we can duplicate them. I'm going to move these up here. I'm going to hold down Control D again. Hold down V. So I grab this corner and snap it to that one. I'm going to do that one more time. And this is how you would create a destructible wall. So before I get too much further into that, let me go ahead and make sure I have a, what you call it? I guess you'd say like a frame around it. There we go. Let's see, that looks a little tight. Let me come in here. I'm going to grab this face. I'm going to move this out just a little bit, not too much. Alright, so with all of that done, is what I want to do now is I actually want to select all of these cubes in here. And we already have a mesh collider on here, but let's go and set them to convex. And we're going to actually add a rigid body. We're going to make the mass about 10. So there we go. I'm going to want it to be destroyed when this cube hits it. Now with the mass of 1, that's not going to be anywhere near strong enough, so let's just set it as 100. And then we will hit play. We'll wait for it to load. And so now when I grab this object and I throw it, that's how you would do that. Now obviously that looked like it was kind of already falling, so I'm going to actually set the drag to 1. And now whenever I hit play, it should, hopefully, not fall apart on me. So it looks like it's still falling apart a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to select all these cubes. We're going to make them a little bit wider. There we go. So let me just come in here. I'm going to widen these up about like that. And now they should actually stay kaput. Okay, so let me go ahead and run into it. It's not going anywhere. It's kind of wanting to go somewhere. So let's go ahead and Y is... Oh, because I was hitting the wrong button. Nope, not hard enough. There we go. And that is how you can do a destructible wall using the grav null inside the scraps. Hope this video has helped you, and I will talk to y'all later.